G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. It's day 3 of training camp. Pittsburgh Steelers are back. I'm back. I'm keen. Hope you're keen. The hype train is rolling. I just got done doing a good podcast with my mate, Matty Peveril, on Steelers Touch and Under. And I'll try and link that podcast, the channel, and stuff like that in the description. All those things. If you don't know, I do some more work over there with Matty, the podcast, Talking Steelers. And today was awesome. We talked about the legends that are in this camp. We talked about the overall hype for the camp. I'm pretty excited, man, for this season. I think it feels different. I think a lot of this stuff that we're seeing from camp that is Kenny Pickett, and as you see by the title, Kenny Pickett is the real deal. And when I say that, right, I don't just mean that he's going to be, he's an elite quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback. Is he great? Maybe not just yet. But is he a good quarterback? I think so. I think he can be a good quarterback. I think he's also a good leader for the team too. Everyone speaks so highly of Kenny Pickett, so I think it's now time to, you know what? And look, I'm buying in. And if you want to buy in with me, put the chips down, move him in, and let's talk about Kenny Pickett. Let's talk about him going second year and improving on his craft. And I think the offseason workouts for him have been fantastic. The fact that he got married in the offseason too. Like things are all coming together. It feels like a new era with Kenny Pickett. It feels different than it did when Big Ben ended near his career. I love Big Ben. The 2 Super Bowls, he went to 3. He's an absolute legend. He's a walk into the Hall of Fame. But now it's time for that new era that is Kenny Pickett, Mike Tomlin, Matt Canada. I know it's hard to say that guy's name, but I do want to give him a fresh start, and I kind of like this. So day 3, I'm going to focus on my ideas around Kenny Pickett because he was throwing the rock around today. I believe he went to Austin. He found Robinson. He found Pickens. He was working with him, working with the number 1 team, working with the number 1 offense, and that's the big difference. That's the big difference from last year. From last year where Kenny Pickett didn't get all the reps. You had Mitch Trubisky working in there too. He was number 1. So that's why the overall hype and what I think about this team is they have potential to win some games, to go win 11, win 12, and fight and work as hard as they can because the defense is now set. They signed a Highsmith to the contract. They got the veterans in there. You guys know who they are, the Peters and the TJs. They want to win, and they're all checked in. They all want to try and win a Super Bowl. Before I start getting into more of Kenny Pickett and more Kenny Pickett hype train, I'm so freaking keen, dude. I want to see a preseason game. I want to see a real game, him throw a football. But I wanted to address the first thing is there was a sighting of Dell Lowry tweets here. Mike Tomlin said Deontay Johnson, DeMarvin Leal, Connor Haywood all left practice today with heat-related issues. The temperature was pushing 100 degrees. That's really hot, guys. That's like my 35. It's exactly the same. That's pretty hot today, and it was steamy after last night's rain, so it might have been a bit humid too. Now, so Deontay Johnson, Leal, Connor Haywood, they're not injured. So you would have saw, I think Johnson was on the cart, so it's all heat-related. So just got to make sure they keep their fluids up, they're hydrated, that kind of stuff. And, just get acclimated to the conditions. And look, it's different. Me and Matty talked about it today, right? We talked about it today on TDU on Steelers Touchdown Under. We talked about the players train in the heat, and then they work their way into the winter. And by December comes around, it's freezing cold in America. So that's the update there from Mike, from Dale Lowry. Everything's fine. I don't think there's any injured players just yet. Of course, as we go along, wear and tear on the bodies, but conditioning is a big thing too. We heard, I think Minka missed the first day. That's okay, by the way. Minka missing the first day is okay. He's still a starter. He's like a coach on the field. He's an extra guy there. He's really smart. Me and Maddie also talked about today too that Kenny Pickett and Minka are working together. The two brains are working together. 2 intelligent blokes trying to figure out the game, and that's what it's all about too. Is trying to get better each day. And I see that with Kenny Pickett. I really do. But I want to show you guys a few tweets. Before I do, check this out. I like this stuff, man. This is why I think that he's buying in. So Kenny Pickett is signing autographs with the young fans there, and that's what it's all about. In reality, it comes back to Steelers community. I do try and hope that I can grow that sense here that is Steelers Nation Australia. I want to bring you guys the best content. I want to go get you guys hyped up. I'm not an analyst. I'm simply a guy in my room, a bloke in my room, talking Steelers. And for what I see is This team is building blocks and making moves. And Omar Khan and all the guys with everyone in the locker room, from Mike Tomlin to the scouts to whoever, they're building something special. It feels different. They're going to be more physical in that sense. So when I see stuff like this, man, like if I bring it up, Kenny Pickett signing autographs, he's taking the time of day. That is time of day, and that is huge for me. I'm a big person for that. If you take the time of day to talk to your local retail person, someone comes up and says, "Hey man, how are you?" If you give them 2 or 3 minutes of your time, that is so valuable in this world that we are living in, where we are involved in instant gratification. When I see Kenny do stuff like that, I'm like, man, that's fantastic. That he's signing autographs for his fans. They're hyped up. They're ready to go. I also saw this tweet too from Alan Saunders as well. Steelers have been trying to get the Calvin Austin loose down the field. Kenny just found him for a mismatch versus Holcomb and Neal for about 45 yards down the field. So things are moving. I think they also talked about too, they were going. I think George Pickens in an interview today. There's a lot of coverage. So hopefully I can do my best to cover it. But there's a lot going on. George Pickens in an interview today, I think via All Steelers Talk, that they're going down the field more, like more deep shots. The players are starting to understand the offense more than last year. They're all going into the second, third years. Of course, Canada's still there. So it's the same plays, same kind of schemes, but then maybe, finding new targets where they can find George Pickens down the field. Kenny Pickett can be more comfortable in this offense. And as the days go on, we're going to see this kind of stuff. We're going to see Kenny Pickett get more comfortable, have a command of the offense, lead the offense. And that's what you want from your rookie quarterback, your second-year quarterback, and also the first rounder that we got. Now, the whole NFL is sleeping. They're sleeping on Kenny Pickett. That's okay. That's all right. I don't care about the NFL. I care about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're sleeping on Kenny Pickett. I'm not. I'm buying in right now. I'm not saying he's going to be elite. I'm saying he's going to give this team a chance to win. He's very athletic. He went down the field for a run today. He can move around the pocket. He's starting to learn as well to stay in the pocket. He's got bigger, stronger, faster, the $6 million man. He's much quicker. He's throwing the football with a lot more power as well. This is a time right now to be excited. You don't want to wait. You don't want to wait 6, 7 years or 5 years. Oh, I'll come back when he's a veteran and he's got – no. Buy in now. Get hyped up. And if it does fail, it fails. Who cares? Get hyped up, have the support behind Kenny Pickett and this team. That is Najee Harris going to run over someone. Warren as well. I might do a video later on Warren. I might do that later on this evening. I saw an interview from Warren. It's quite a good one, so I might break that down. I still think Warren's going to get 1,000 yards. There are so many pieces to this puzzle that is slowly coming together, and it all started 2 days ago. It started when they walked into camp and they went to the dorms. I believe it was, I did make a mistake. I thought it was Pickett and Robertson. It is actually Pickens and Robinson. So the vet guy with the rookie. You saw Calvin Austin had a bit of speed today. Connor Haywood was good out there until he got a bit of heat exhaustion. But things are moving, things are happening, and it's fun. I haven't seen a time where it's been this fun. And I actually mean that. Every year I say the Steelers are going to win it. Every year I say the Steelers are going to win the North. But this one feels different. It feels different because it does feel like a new era. Now, you look back to last year, they had Trubisky, all that kind of stuff. You look back to Big Ben's last year, the offensive line they had. It's all changed. Ciamalo comes from the Eagles, who used to be a Super Bowl contender. They lost that game. You've got the guys like Holcomb coming in. He's buying into. He's very physical. He's a captain. There's the Keanu Neal dude who can play the safety spot. There's so many things happening. And Omar Khan, this organization, I think they feel very comfortable right now. They feel very, very good for what they have. There's no drama. No one came in a helicopter. No one came via fire truck, stuff like that. Now, George Pickens was asked that question by the media. He was actually asked, would you come in a helicopter like AB would? And he actually said a very truthful, honest answer. He said, yeah, I probably would. But at the same time, a lot of us will probably do that as well, because why wouldn't you come in a helicopter if you got the chance to? Maybe it'd be kind of a cool entrance. But this year, at least, the team's all buying in, the camaraderie, the brotherhood of steel, the fact that they're back at the dorms again. There's no mishaps with like the COVID stuff or anything like that's happening. Everyone's there. everyone's having a good time. Everyone's working to the peak of their own performance to get better each day. And that's what I like about this team. That's what I like about Kenny Pickett. And I think Kenny Pickett is the real deal, right? He's the real deal. So the connection that we're going to see from Pickett to Pickens, from Pickett to Washington. If you're not excited about this team, I honestly don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to do my best to label everything as I can. But for what I see is this is a good chance to go on a run and get hyped up and just see our team win. That's what we want to see. And Kenny Pickett's second year, man, jump on the train now, enjoy it, go through the motions, go through him learning the playbook from the play actions to learning the new schemes or to figuring out and identifying defenses, stuff like that. As a car goes outside my window, I'm fired up. I'll see you later. Because you know why? You know why I'm fired up? Because Kenny does stuff like this. Kenny's signing autographs for everyone. He's very confident. He's doing a lot of interviews. He's becoming. I know he went to Pittsburgh for college, but now he's slowly becoming the face of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's slowly becoming a leader, and we already have leaders like T.J. Watt. They're going to go out there and wreck. You have Cameron Hayward's going to wreck. You have Minka's going to wreck. So you slowly got a guy becoming a leader of Pittsburgh. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later on today. I might do a video about Jalen Warren. And then we've got tomorrow being day 4, training camp. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.